What's going on, y'all? It's MC333 back at it again with another short video. Today's it's gonna be a little different than a regular StarCast report. Today we're gonna get into a little bit of it's actually a video request, a community video request, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about the power of words and the power of your voice. The energy of vocation, and what goes behind your words and what really brings your words into fruition, and what actually materializes and things of that nature from certain words, and how to actually, we can quote unquote say, manifest your reality from certain words, and utilizing your voice, not just your voice, but also things like journaling and writing things down as well, because what we do with our body is also acting on what we set within our mind, so aka setting our intention. So what we set our intention on, that's what we set our mind on, and what we follow up and do with the body, that's the follow-up. That would be the ritual in motion or the ritual in action. It's like brushing your teeth every morning. That's a ritual we do every day. You're used to that. It's something that you do. On your mind, you need to, okay, this is, maybe dirty, so let me go clean this in the morning. So you go do that. Your body is it's kind of like programmed to do it. You don't really think about it. That's what we're going to be talking about today. How to do actions and actually push yourself in order to do certain things without without it being a burden or too hard to be. Like we're going to talk about it in the perspective of act like acting as if it was already if it was already autopilot, so for to say. So what you're doing with your words and journaling is so that your actions become autopilot, but in a way that it's shaping and in your direction of your desired reality, right? So it's pushing the needle forward compared to pushing the needle backwards, right? So you're actually accumulating in the right circumstances in your life based upon the actions that you're doing, based upon what's on your mind, your intention that's on your mind. So the intentions that you're setting, that's the idea, that's on your mind. You doing the physical thing, taking your body from one thing to the next, aka getting the pen and putting it on the paper and writing it down, and journaling, expressing what's on your mind or how you feel. This in turns for you to put that down on paper. So it's also shaping your mindset to then go from victim to solutionary, right? Because when you're going on paper, this is naturally going to put you in the space of analyzation, the analyzation to where you're observing your mind, you're observing your thoughts, and that's the space you want to be in, because that's where you can become solutionary oriented, to where you can actually start writing down solutions or outcomes based upon where your mind's at or what your intentions are, right? So different things for different situations, obviously, and the more comfortable you are with your words, and the more you can act on your word, then you don't need the paper, you don't need to journal, you don't need to do all these things. The point of journaling is so that you can trust your word and act on your word. So it's solidifying your words. Once you solidify your words enough, you'll probably find a need or less of a desire to even journal, to where what you speak and how you think is already a very significant impact for you. So however you maneuver and however you go about your day is already significant. So with that being said, we're going to go back to point A. So your thoughts and your ability to think, right? So your thoughts and is going to be your intentions. That's the seeds that you're planting. It starts from your mind. So with that being said, what is it that's on your mind, and what is it you want to put on paper, right? So that's that. Like, are you observing? There's different types of journaling, to where you can journal to observe your thoughts, how you feel, how you think, how your day has been, what you did wrong, what you did right, how to correct yourself the next day, etc. That way you can follow up the next day, right? You can use journaling for something like leadership practice, right? I spent 2 years every day journaling 3 times a day, right? And then that's something that I don't have to do anymore, because I've instilled it in my mind so often. So it's subconscious, and it's regular nowadays. So you want to get yourself to the point where it becomes subconscious and consciously oriented and acted on right away, to where you don't even need the paper. What you think you can act on right away, and you can get clarity in that same way if you need to utilize the journaling. So what you're going to be doing is observing your thoughts by asking those questions, right? What did you do wrong? What did you do right? What did you enjoy today? How do you feel? What are you thinking about? What have you done to help to push the needle in your life in terms of career, emotional investment, conscious awareness, right? Have you took time out your day to assess your day, to assess how you feel, right? These are certain conscious steps to understand yourself, right? To go through the personal transformation, and things of that nature, right? So when it comes to speaking things into existence, it comes from the word, right? The word comes from the word. It stems from the vibration, and the space that you're in as a spirit. But as we know, and the Bible also mentions as well, the first thing that was created was the word, etc. So the word brings life, right? Which is also, we have to remember the power of our words. Words do bring life, and words are spells. And every time we speak, we are casting spells. That's why they call it spelling in the English language, or every language, etc. So you have to be careful what you're saying, or what you're putting on you, and what you're putting on other people, based upon the power of your words. Words are your intentions, and that's what you're putting out. And even if you are not conscious of what you're speaking, you're still putting out intentions that you're not conscious of, and that can accumulate out into the world, to where that can get heavy enough to manifest and appear as a physical situation or circumstance in your life, to appear as a reality that's against you or not in your favor, etc., based upon you not being aware of the things you are speaking or conscious or saying. It could have been subconscious. Maybe it's the music you listen to, and you naturally like listening to that music because you're just used to that, you grew up to that, and you say that, but you don't realize how that music is corresponding with certain situations and circumstances in your life that's keeping you stuck, based upon where you're trying to subconsciously reframe. Because where that music where that music holds a vibration, it can't take you out of your mental vibration. It keeps you stuck in a certain frequency. So every time you try to shape reframe your mind or your mindset, or do something different towards you think differently, or you're trying to shape your subconscious mind differently, it feels uncomfortable for you, or it feels like it's not working, and you go back to what you're used to, right? Because the most addicting thing in this world is a frequency, because the frequency shapes the actions, the frequency shapes the emotions, right? The frequency is where the vibration is going to stem from, and the vibration is what shapes your desired reality. So you will keep living your looped false reality until you change the frequency, that you're attached to. And that comes from subconscious reframing and shaping what you consume, what goes in your mind, and what you see every day, what you listen to every day, and the words that you speak to yourself, and how you think about yourself and about your reality every day. So that's a little bit about that. And then that's in terms of the mind and your words. This is why musicians and voice people, like vocation, anything you do with your voice, guys, if you use your voice in your work in any way, shape, or form, you have to be very intentional, because your words do cast spells. Your words shape your reality, and your words is what curate your surroundings, and that creates the cloud. So once you understand your mind, you know your intentions that you want to set, and then the words just come after that. So you then don't have to worry about your words when you can control your mind. Remember, you're not your mind, you're the one observing the mind. And when you understand that, you can understand not all thoughts are your own. So don't act or don't speak on every thought, but act on the thoughts that have and match and resonate with you via integrity, right? And personal transformation, and what resonates with you. So you know what thoughts to say, or what you want to say, because based upon what resonates with you, that's the frequency. You have to shift that frequency, right? And you got to be able to come out of that space as a spirit and know that that's not the frequency you want to be in, right? What frequency do you want? Where do you want to go? And what frequency are you attached to? Because the frequency you're attached to is going to keep you in that desired reality compared to the desired reality you want to go. You can do all this manifestation and journaling and stuff all you want, but if you're continuing to feed those previous subconscious thoughts that shaped the current reality that you were dissatisfied with, then you will continue living that current dissatisfaction, right? Unless you are able to shape the frequency of the desired reality. So if you understand in the present moment, so if you understand who you want to be, where you want to go, and do what you need to do right now in this moment, and shape that, like feed your mind, feed your thoughts, the good thoughts that you do want. Like if you were the person, if you lived your desired reality, what would that person be doing? Who would you listen to? What would you watch? How would you speak? How would you talk? What music would you listen to? Do that right now into your desired reality, and continue to do that with conviction until it gets more and more comfortable, to where you can feel like where you're noticing dopamine and stuff like that trigger from that stuff, and you're no longer attached to the previous desired previous reality, previous frequency. Sorry, right? So when you listen to that music and stuff like that, you may understand and you may enjoy it, but it doesn't keep you stuck in that realm of reality. If you understand what I'm saying, you're able to perceive that realm of reality as if it's a cloud outside of yourself. But you know when you want to play it or listen to some music that may be resonating with that frequency, you can observe it and know that that frequency is not what you want to play out as a desired reality. So you know not to act on that frequency, right? And you know that that frequency is just a frequency within existence, but it's not permanent within your reality. That frequency isn't a part of your reality. Therefore, it can't manifest on you. It can't manifest around you or in your surroundings for you to see that and be a physical thing. So therefore, you understand the frequency that you understand where you came from, but you understand where you're going. You see what I'm saying? Based upon where you're headed, because it's a frequency that's shifting, and the only way to get to that frequency is to shift the space you're in as a spirit. And the only way to do that is to subconsciously shape your mind. And the best way to do that is through conscious speaking. And I would definitely say what helped me a lot is journaling, pen to paper. So I hope this really gave you guys the guidance that was needed. I appreciate this request for the video. I did want this to be somewhat compact, concise, and informative. So yeah, for the most part, subscribe or don't. That's it. Peace out, y'all. It's 333. Let's get it.